Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. Little quick intro here. If you want to work with me in any way, shape, or form through coaching, emergency coaching, all of that information is in the drop box below, along with my other channel, which is Kimberly's Other Life. Yes, everything of me outside of manifestation. With that also is the VIP coaching group, which is called Advanced Manifestors. That's the group that gets to see me and interact with me live 3 times a week, because the Advanced Manifestors have access to all 3 of my channel memberships. The Advanced Manifestors are the deep divers. This is where we are expanding our awareness and deepening our understanding of who we really are and how to get what we want and keep it. The Advanced Manifestors are the only group that have access to all the recordings of each one of those memberships in case you miss a night. Just saying. The Advanced Manifestors, we gather together on Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The hot seat group, which is you can get into that hot seat and ask me anything you want. We go together, or we go live together on Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you join that group, you also have access to the exclusive lives group. The exclusive live, we go live together on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's the group where we discuss success stories, tips, and tricks only. No circumstances, okay? But those VIP Advanced Manifestors, you have access to all of those groups, okay? And also there will be random private live streams for the Advanced Manifestors as well. That's really the group to join because it's a 3-for-1. Info in that drop box below, okay? And, if you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I'm obsessed with getting what I want and getting it quickly. And if you are too, I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Let me know in the comments below that you are my new friend. I really do appreciate anyone who willingly subscribes to my channel, because that's automatically you and me being friends. That's the way I see it. Anyway, let's jump in. Today we are discussing the 7 levels of awareness. This is information that I learned from, not personally Bob Proctor, but through Bob Proctor's content in my early days of manifestation. And I think that by going over the 7 levels that you can maybe relate and see exactly where you are in awareness. And it might help you to see why you're not experiencing the life you really want to be living. I'm just saying. We're going to start with the first level. So, right, like a pyramid. And we're starting with the bottom and working our way up. The bottom level is animalistic. The animalistic level of awareness. What is that? Every single one of us is born in the animalistic state. Every single one of us. Okay? Our beliefs are not here just yet, right? Our conditioning, it's not here just yet, but we're very reactive to our environment. Think of a baby, okay? Animalistic. I hope none of you are in this level still. Just saying. I hope not. Number 2 is the mass level of awareness. And in that level, the conditioning has begun. We are picking up beliefs from our parents, the environment around us, the people that are grooming us, conditioning us to be just like everyone else. Follow the rules, right? Don't stand out. You got to conform. It's easier just to get along with what everybody else is thinking and believing, right? We condition children to just, you got to get along with your friends. And not that I'm saying that's a negative thing, but we're in that stage, you're not necessarily deliberately thinking for yourself. You're following life. You're following everybody else's ideas and perspectives. You're going along with the masses. Okay? Some of us are stuck there. Number 3 is the aspiration level of awareness. And this is the level where everyone at some point makes it to level 3. And again, level 3 is aspiration. Yeah. And aspiration is kind of like the stage of realizing that you're uncomfortable and maybe not 100% fulfilled, and you would like things to be a little different for yourself. Maybe you're realizing, you followed the masses and did things, the way your mom and dad told you to do. You grow up, you go to college, you get a job that gets you a good paycheck. Then you're supposed to get married and buy a house. And maybe you're in that job stage and you're realizing, I actually don't even like this job. I don't want to work here forever. But you start wishing for things to be different, right? You feel that uncomfortableness, that desire for change. But you see it as nothing but a wish. And you give up on what those individual wishes are for the most part. We give up on them and we see them as pipe dreams, right? Where most of us started shortly before discovering manifestation, right? You have the desire for something different, but you really don't think it's possible. So you don't go for it. You just keep trucking along with the masses. It's like you're stepping into the awareness that I think I want something more for myself, but we don't necessarily act on it in this level. The next level is individual. So we're on the level 4, individual. And this is where you're starting to come to the idea that you are unique and you do have, special interests and other desires, and you really do want to experience something different. You want to go against the grain. You want to go against what you've been conditioned with. You're realizing that maybe that perfect model of, go to college, get the career, get married, get the kids, or get the house, get the kids. Maybe something in there you want to experience differently. Or maybe you've believed from conditioning that, maybe love isn't meant for you. Maybe you're just not meant to be rich. Everyone can't be a millionaire. Hear all those conditions. But this is where you're starting to think, you know what? No, I want change. And it's okay that I want this change. And you actually start to make moves. You start to entertain the idea of, I can have something different. I can experience something more. And you start, we'll say, maybe this is where you find manifestation and you start applying it. But the paradigm pulls you back or gets in the way, like Bob Proctor says. And by paradigm, simply your beliefs and assumptions, just to make that easier. It's just your beliefs. Your beliefs start kicking in, and meaning something in 3D shows up like a circumstance and gets in the way of your desire from your perception. And it's the paradigm. In other words, it's your beliefs manifested. So let's just say you just found manifestation. You started applying the affirmations because you're trying to manifest a specific person. And you're applying your affirmations, SP loves me, SP loves me, SP loves me. And then boom, SP gets married to someone else. The paradigm sucked it right out of your hands, right? No, it was your beliefs of, using examples, that you're not good enough because you were conditioned in childhood. You were conditioned in the mass level 2 stage to believe that you're not good enough. So you're not good enough belief manifested a scenario like SP marrying someone else. The paradigm got in the way. And so you got kicked back down and you give up. And this is why you see people in the comments saying, I did this for such and such time and it never worked. Did you get back up and try again? Did you attempt to see what you're really thinking and believing about yourself? Or if the one big circumstance threw you off and threw you down and you didn't get back up again. I know I was that person for a while too. There's a lot of us stuck in this individual level of awareness. Another way of really describing that is when you're allowing circumstances to dictate to you who you are. Instead of remembering, it doesn't matter what's in your 3D. You just need to remember who you're choosing to be. In this one level of awareness, the individual level, we keep returning back to wanting that desire. And we do start up again, but we're not really taking, the look at who we are. We're instead just, SP loves me, SP loves me, SP loves me. We're still not addressing the not good enough. So it's a constant tug of war, push or pull, you think, with reality. It's just not working. Reality just isn't changing yet. So we give up. And we go in that cycle of starting up the affirmations again, falling down because we're, reacting to circumstances. We're feeling hopeless. So we're reacting and reacting. But we know we're meant for more, and we are really accepting that manifestation is real. A lot of people are in the level 4, just saying. And then we hit level 5, which is discipline, the discipline level. And this, I would like to summarize as, this is when, if we were kicked back by circumstances, we get back up and we realize, all right, I'm going to start practicing detachment. I'm going to do my best to not allow 3D or 3D circumstances to dictate to me who I am. I'm going to keep pressing forward. Another way of saying this is when we're actually starting to ask the questions, who do I really believe I am? What do I really believe about love? What do I really believe about specific person? Do I believe I am good enough? Do I believe I'm more than enough? Or do I think that, I'm afraid they're going to leave me. I'm afraid they're going to choose someone else, or they don't ever make me a priority. I'm afraid love won't last. What do I really think and believe about that? I'm going to start deciding that I am this new self, and I'm going to keep making that decision and detach from 3D reality. No matter what, I might fall down, but I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to keep pushing into new self. That's that discipline level. In this level, you are starting to realize that, I can't keep giving up every time I get back on this horse again and I start going for, my affirmations, my visuals, my scripting. I can't keep giving up every time something pops up in the 3D, right? You're starting to see the mirror, the reflection. You're starting to really understand it. You might still have those moments where 3D tricks you and you believe the shit circumstances and you have a moment here and there. But this is where you are becoming determined. Now, Bob Proctor would say that at this level, the thing you're manifesting probably really needs to be something you really, 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 really want before giving up. Where if you're going after something that you'd like to experience, but if it doesn't happen, you kind of just turn yourself off from it and consciously decide to give up. So in other words, this is the level of awareness where you realize I got to keep persisting. This is the persisting level. Now, level 6 is the experience level. In other words, you rose in consciousness. You rose above level 5 awareness. And now, because of your discipline, remember, level 5 is discipline, you persisted through and you experienced something in the 3D. Whether it was movement or a full manifestation, you received the evidence that, holy shit, I just did that with my mind. Oh my God, this does work. That's the level 6 experience. And that is a tasty level of awareness for everyone. It is very encouraging. And I want to make very clear, we don't just stay at these levels of awareness. A lot of us plop up and down through them, right? We plop up and down. We work our way there for some things, right? Certain circumstances can boot us right out of a level, right? We can forget who we really are and start staring more at 3D and the circumstances around us. So just want to make that clear, because I think we've all had the experience of finally manifesting something fully, or at minimum movement, and you feel high on top of this world excitement. And then maybe the next day or two, the 3D farts in your face and you're right back down to thinking, why am I bothering? I'm going to give up, blah, 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 till you work your way back up, right? So again, it's amazing to get to the experience part. The idea is to stay there or move up to our next level, which we're going to talk about in a sec. But this isn't a place to judge yourself for it. It's just awakening to, the knowledge and understanding, okay, this is why I'm responding this way. This is why I'm acting this way. This is why I become afraid of my 3D. We don't got to be afraid of anything. It's just an idea to remember. And it's a way to check in with yourself. What level of awareness am I today? Am I being animalistic, where I am reacting to fucking everything? Fight or flight mode? Or am I in my experience mode and I'm remembering that, hey, I do have evidence that this stuff works. I do. I remember when this happened or that happened. Damn, right? And I would like to point out on a side note here, this is where Napoleon Hill also mentioned that, you can understand all the fundamentals of manifestation. But from Napoleon Hill's point of view, that nothing beats experience. There is nothing like living the experience itself. And I will tell you, that was also my experience, meaning I knew everything. So I thought everything to know about manifestation. And then I manifested a second solo vacation and realized, oh my God, no, I don't. No, I don't. Let me go re-educate myself, which I did. And finally, states of consciousness made sense to me. And I understood, oh my God, I was in a victim state this entire time. No wonder why my 3D was looking the way it was. No wonder that happened, right? But that was a lived experience. And it taught me amazing things for what it's worth. But I look back at that time and I'm dead ass grateful for it, because it's what opened up my eyes. It expanded my awareness to understanding states, and states is life-changing. I'm just saying, when you understand who you are aware of being, man, you are like Teflon in that place. You really are, because you realize 3D is just reflection, and you can change that reflection anytime you want. And then we hit level 7, mastery. Mastery. This is the level of awareness where you are in the awareness of knowing you are God, universe, higher power, source energy, moonbeams, whatever you believe in. You are it. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness, and you don't let circumstances and conditions rule over you anymore. You don't let things out in the 3D world dictate to you who you are. You're choosing it for yourself, because you know that there is not a single circumstance or condition that can get in the way of your desire. And that if you keep returning to your decision or returning your awareness onto you being the you that has whatever it is you're manifesting, if you keep returning to that with discipline, you keep returning to it, reality must reflect. Reality has to provide to you your desire. It's an unstoppable level. It's the God level. It feels amazing to be in the master stage. It just does. I have reached that level of awareness. That doesn't mean I've never fallen back out and had a day here and there where I was letting 3D bug me. See, that's the thing, is we're humans, and we're going to have human moments and human experiences. But we get to remind ourselves of who we are. And I want to make very clear, we don't have to work our way up through the levels of awareness. Don't misunderstand that. This is just Mr. Proctor's way of describing where people are in awareness altogether. So we don't have to work our way from the bottom up in order to manifest. This is just helpful to be able to identify where you believe you are in that pyramid and decide to jump your ass right on up to level 7. He calls it mastery. I want to call it God. The God level. It's like being Teflon. It's understanding you've got nothing to be afraid of, because you don't. And if you want to experience anything you want, and really anything, any person, any amount of money, any career, any appearance change, perfect health, it doesn't matter what it is. All you got to do is become aware of being that self now, or at minimum, becoming. You are becoming that self. I hope this, in some semblance, made sense to you all, and I hope it helps for you to identify where you are in that pyramid. And why don't we hop, skip, and jump all the way to the top, the master level. The master level. We're all master manifestors. We already are. We've been doing it our whole life. We're just now awake to it. So get your ass up there and understand that you are pure, unadulterated consciousness, and you can have absolutely anything you want. And the only thing stopping you from experiencing it right now is who you believe you are. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.